Steve Molesky, MASNsports.com.
Chayce, what made it such a great year for you, and how did you get better this year? And also, what are your thoughts on winning this award?
I mean, it's awesome. Just being able to go out there every day and kind of prove myself a little bit and get recognized for it. It's been an amazing journey. I think for me this year is just kind of simplifying the game. In the past, kind of was thinking about 15 different things when you're throwing one pitch. It makes it hard to execute. So we just try to simplify the approach this year and go at hitters.
Andy Casca, the Baltimore Banner.
Hey, Chayce, congrats. I'm curious, when John Means, was down there, and when Tyler Wells, some other guys that had big league experience, did you pick their brain at all and kind of wonder, what is it like pitching in the big leagues, and how can I, navigate my game to kind of hopefully be at a level pretty soon?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I ever just had to sit down like one-on-one with any of them, but there's always obviously conversations going on, whatever it is, BP, whatever, during the game. But just getting to hear kind of their approach on things and stuff like that is definitely helpful. Gave me some new insight on what I should be looking for, what I shouldn't be, that kind of stuff. So it was definitely helpful to have them down there.
Jake Rill, MLB.com.
Hey, Chayce, you had success as soon as you got to AAA this year. What do you feel like kind of allowed you to do that?
Again, kind of going back just to what I said earlier, is simplifying the approach. I mean, just trying to stay in the zone more, get outs in the zone, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just a confidence and keeping it simple kind of thing. So wasn't too much that went into it.
Steve Molesky.
Chayce, when you go back to last August 1, I'm sure that was a big adjustment and change for you, that trade. Now you fast forward 13 months or whatever it's been. I mean, how do you feel it's worked out? What's the marriage been like between you and the organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think people overlook sometimes getting traded is very hard. You get used to an organization, and then you got to pick up and move and meet new people, new coaches, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like it was a super smooth transition. It was super easy. I've loved everyone in the Orioles organization. And they've been super helpful to my career. So just kind of fitting in early was a huge help. And now it just feels like I'm part of the family. So.
Jacob Meyer, Baltimore Sun.
Hey, Chayce, congratulations. What do you think you can improve on in the offseason and going into next year?
I mean, there's plenty of things I could go over, but obviously command is still a big thing. I think that will be the biggest thing for me, is just commanding the ball a little bit better. But I mean, pitch quality can obviously improve, get the velo up a little bit more. Like I said, there's multiple things, but I think the biggest thing is the command.
Jacob Meyer.
Chayce, I know this year isn't exactly over yet, and you haven't even gotten into the offseason, but would you say going into next year, a goal of yours would be to reach the major leagues?
Yeah, I mean, I think goal going into spring training this year was make it to the major leagues. Obviously, wasn't going to happen out of spring training, but I mean, I think that's always the end goal. The goal is to chase the greats. That's why this award is so amazing, being the Jim Palmer Award, just being able to chase one of the greats and get kind of a little bit of recognition with his name. But I think, yeah, I mean, next year the goal is to be in the big leagues for sure.
Rich Dubroff, BaltimoreBaseball.com.
Hey, Chayce, how far away from the big leagues do you think you are?
I'd like to believe I'm not that far. Obviously, it's not up to me, so that's a question for some other people. But for me, I feel like I'm right there on the brink. So I'm just going to keep pushing at it, and hopefully some other people see it too.
Jake Rill.
Hey, Chayce, obviously you got to be teammates with Jackson Holliday a little bit. Just what stood out to you about him and how impressive he was at 19?
I mean, I think for me, it's more, I mean, obviously the baseball's there. I mean, he's an amazing player, but I think the thing that stood out to me more was his maturity. Not even in the baseball sense, just kind of in general. He's very mature for his age. I think that will be a huge thing in his career. I mean, he is 19, but he handles himself like he's 25, 30. So, I mean, he's going to have a great career.